come to an end, and we see which 5 sides will represent the continent at this year's World Cup in Qatar later on in 2022. The focus here is Senegal, who face Egypt in the second leg of their World Cup playoff, with Egypt, the visitors today, in the driving seat, holding that narrow 1-0 lead from the first leg, courtesy of an own goal from Saliou Ciss in Cairo, the Egyptian capital, on Friday night. Well, Senegal, the AFCON winners, are a little behind the driver's seat at the moment, as they know they have to be a bit more creative if they are to get past Egypt tonight. They have to score. It's as simple as that. And they barely threatened on the Egyptian goal on Friday night, which saw them barely create anything, and nothing of any real note and no real meaningful opportunities as they struggled to carve them out throughout the 90 minutes. As for Egypt, sitting on this 1-0 lead, they did show throughout the recent African Cup of Nations how much of a solid defensive outfit they could be. So do not be surprised if they go down that avenue tonight, as they are trying to hold on to that 1-0 lead they have currently got from the first leg, as they are 90 minutes away as it stands from reaching back-to-back World Cup finals, as the players are out onto the pitch at the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium, a new purpose-built venue in the country's capital of Dakar, which is in a little region called Stade Me Abdoulaye. And of course, it only opened in February of 2022, named after the country's president from 2000 to 2012, Abdoulaye Wade. It's a stadium that is probably one of the nicer ones on the continent. I can certainly remember the World Cup final setting in 2010, Soccer City in Johannesburg, being as lavish as that, and also as well a couple of the stadiums in the recent African Cup of Nations in Cameroon. Well, let's go through the teams then, starting with Senegal. They make 3 changes from Friday's first leg defeat. Abdou Diallo's first half injury in Cairo has meant he would miss out, which doesn't come as a shock, as his replacement that night, Pape Abou Cissé, is in from the start tonight, as the other 2 changes see Youssouf Sabaly and Boulaye Dia come in for Cheikhou Kouyaté and Famara Zizou, who drop to the bench. So in full then in what looks potentially like it is going to be a 4-2-3-1, even though there has been rumours that there is a 3-4-3 being placed. But if it is to be the same formation as the first leg, it is like this 4-2-3-1. Edouard Mendy as ever in goal. Looks to be the back 4 of Youssouf Sabaly, Kalidou Koulibaly, Pape Abou Cissé and Saliou Ciss, with the 2 other midfielders Nampalys Mendy and Idrissa Gueye, with the 3 attackers. Bouna Sarr moved from right back to right midfield. It looks like at first glance that could easily change, as I mentioned. Sadio Mane is the number 10. Ismaïla Sarr is the left winger. And Boulaye Dia of Villarreal is up front. Sadio Mane, with 1 goal tonight, will become Senegal's record top goal scorer, currently level on 29 with Henri Camara, one of the class of 2002 that reached the quarterfinals of the World Cup 20 years ago nearly. The subs then, the 2 goalkeepers, Ali Badara Fati and Bangourou Kamara. The outfielders then, Fode Ballo-Touré, Cheikhou Kouyaté, Mamadou Loum, Pape Gueye, Pape Matar Sarr, Mustapha Nam, Keita Balde, Habib Diallo, Bamba Dieng and Famara Zizou. For Egypt, it's also 3 changes for them tonight, as it was for their hosts. 2 in the defensive department, as there's a new centre-back pairing of Rami Rabia and Yasser Ibrahim, as they replace the injured Mohamed Abdelmonem and the suspended Mahmoud Hamdi. Plus the final change is Omar Marmoush coming in for Mustafa Mohamed, as Carlos Queiroz has decided to try something different up front for tonight's game. So in full then, in what looks to be a 4-3-3 for Egypt. Mohamed El Shenawi in goal. The back 4 then, Omar Gabir, Rami Rabia, Yasser Ibrahim and Ahmed Fatou, with the 3 in the midfield of Amir El Soulia, Amdi Fati and Arsenal's Mohamed El Neni, with the 3 up front, Trezeguet, Omar Marmoush and Mohamed Salah. The subs then for Egypt, Gabaski and Mohamed Sobi, their two sub-goalkeepers. Ali Gabir, Omar Kamal, Mahmoud Allah, Imam Ashur, Dunga Afsha, Marwan Hamdi, Mustafa Mohammed and Zizo are the subs for the Pharaohs tonight. Well, these two sides both went to the last World Cup in Russia alongside Morocco, Nigeria and Tunisia. Of course, only one of these two sides will be playing in Qatar, with the other one sitting and watching from a distance. Our referee tonight is from Algiers, Mustafa Gobar. Supporting him is Mokran Gourari and Abdalak Chiali as his two assistants, and Lakhlu Benbraham is the fourth official. Unlike the first leg in Cairo, there is no VAR on this one tonight, or assistant VAR for that fact, as the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium is covered in sunshine. A new 50,000-seater capacity stadium for Senegal. 2022 has been a great year for them so far, hasn't it? As they won the country's first ever AFCON in February and, of course, opened a new lavish stadium, which, as I've mentioned, is one of the more nicer ones on the continent. So it's been a great start in the early part of 2022. It could get a whole lot better tonight if they could overturn this first leg deficit they are currently behind from. As it is, tonight is Senegal's first home match in any competition of any sort since they lifted the AFCON title in early February against Egypt. But they want their fans inside the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium to have quite the grand opening that it has potentially been promised. It will be Egypt who will get us underway from right to left in this first half in their red shirts, black shorts and white socks. Senegal in a change strip. They've gone with white shirts, green shorts and green socks. And on the whistle of Mustafa Gobal, we are ready to go, but jumping the gun quickly with Senegal. And we are now officially underway at the second time of asking. Egypt looking to qualify for a fourth World Cup. Senegal looking to qualify for a third one. Which one will have that luxury tonight? Bounassar with the ball inside the Egypt box already. It's gone out of the area over to the far side on the left. Well kept in as Senegal look to try and strike early like Egypt did in the first leg. Here is Mane, can't get away from the tackle. And then he's able to play it to his left. And then arriving onto it was another Senegalese player. Being clattered there was Saliou Ciss, as going into him was Omar Gaber. And it is an early free kick to Senegal inside the opening 45 seconds. As Mane then played it through to Saliou Ciss. He was running onto it, as was Omar Gaber. They both went full throttle, and there was a collision which saw the Senegalese player Saliou Ciss get the free kick as he stayed down, as the medical staff have now come on to try and treat him and probably treat Omar Gaber, who's gone down as well. Collision in both the sides of those players. Could even be a rib injury or just the wind has knocked out of their sails. Difficult to tell, but Saliou Ciss is back up to his feet. Omar Gaber isn't quite yet, as Egypt have got more time to get their defence right and make sure that they know their roles and instructions ahead of this free kick they're about to defend, which is going to come into their box. As Omar Gaber is just going to go off to the side of the pitch. As Senegal will have this free kick. There's three players around them as the Senegal fans are finding their voice and trying to dance all across the stadium, some of them anyway. Often do see bright colours and fans being very passionate in these African games, whether it's the AFCON recently or these African World Cup qualifiers. So after that heavy collision, both are okay. Both are just going on a little jog on the pitch at the moment, as it is Idrissa Gueye and Sadio Mane. Both around this free kick on the left-hand side, in between the touchline, the dead ball line over on the throw-in line and the byline, as the laser light is shining again on the various players. It was a common theme of that first leg, wasn't it, when in particular Senegal had a free kick. As Egypt have pretty much every outfielder inside their own area. In goes the ball in there. It's a ball in that's headed, and it's gone straight to a Senegalese player who's put it into the back of the net. And it's Boulaye Dia who scored on Friday night to put themselves 1-0 up in the second leg. It's 1 on aggregate. 1-0 to Senegal in the second leg. And it is now game on at the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium. Senegal 1, Egypt 0. Well, the free kick goes right to the far post. One that is headed by an Egyptian player straight at the feet of Boulaye Dia, who adjusts himself and then puts it in there. And it's just fallen to him. He's there and able to squeeze it in past Mohamed Salah. The header at the back post was by for two, straight to Boulaye Dia. He's contributed an unfortunate assist, but an unbelievable start for Senegal. And he becomes the first player for Senegal to score inside their brand new stadium as well. A small piece of history for him, but no doubt Saliou Ciss would have told his team before the game started, go out there and get an early goal. That is exactly what Boulaye Dia has done. A man who didn't even start the first leg. Remember, he didn't even come on in the game. The Villarreal man got the nod ahead of Famara Zizou and has got the opening goal inside 5 minutes here. And it is now 1 apiece on aggregate. And just like the first leg, we have an early goal as Mendy takes the kick out of his hands, took under control by Ismaïla Sarr. Coming into the middle now from that left-hand side. Senegal have the ball in the middle of the pitch. Nice play. Sadio Mane receives it. He's now got over to that left-hand side. Low ball in there. Not the best clearance by the Egyptian defence, but they've been able to manoeuvre out of it in their middle third as Soulia has clipped the heels of Idrissa Gueye, and it will be a free kick to Senegal. As Idrissa Gueye, as we know, is a real workhorse in the middle for Senegal. Thought he'd won the free kick, but it was actually given against him as a result of that. So it will be an Egyptian free kick. And there is another game actually taking place at the moment. It is Nigeria against Ghana. That is 0-0 there in Abuja. The second leg there, that's goalless from the first leg as Trezeguet goes down. Closing him down was Youssouf Sabaly. As Trezeguet goes down, it does look as though that it will be an Egyptian free kick as a result of that, as Saliou Ciss and Carlos Queiroz are exchanging words to one another as the fourth official and the referee now, Mustafa Gorbal, have decided to calm things down. We did often see the Egyptian bench in the African Cup of Nations be up in arms at the refereeing decisions, and whether teams at times were a bit physical, as Sabaly was wrapping himself around Trezeguet and moving around like a ragdoll, wasn't he? As the Egyptians have got a free kick just inside their own half, which is taken. Now it goes to Ibrahim, making his first start for his country. His first appearance was as a sub for Abdel Monem in that first leg for two, and gives it straight to Sabaly. Now Gueye to Sarr, who was fouled. It is a free kick. The Egyptian man fouled him from behind. Mustafa Gorbal on top of that. Ismaïla Sarr, a man who has been linked with a move to Liverpool, and it was a foul there by the number 5 for Egypt, Hamdi Fati, who, as we know, is not afraid to get himself dirty and make those tackles. His manager and team want him to do. So it is a Senegal free kick, about 30 yards out, central. Gay with the ball into the box. He's touched by an Egyptian player. It was Saliou with the header. Then there's a second header and then cleared by Gabir, who's okay now after that little collision early on. But we played 8 minutes at the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium in Diam Niadio in Dakar. It is Senegal 1, Egypt 0. 1 on aggregate now. So they have matched and raised the score and levelled what it was from the first leg, courtesy of that Saliou Ciss own goal that saw Egypt win. As that is the first goal that Egypt have conceded in just over 2 matches, incidentally. Egypt, though, have it with Trezeguet. Now to Fatou, who gets the second touch to it, and then he's fouled by Bounassar, who fouled the Egyptian left-back. Free kick goes the Pharaohs' way, and once again, the Egyptian bench is ranting and raving. It's Carlos Queiroz' assistant who is not happy with Mustafa Gorbal. As Carlos Queiroz is just put his arm around Bounassar, which has diffused that situation. But you can already see inside 9 minutes, this is hot, high-stakes football. So much on the line, so much to play for. That Boulaye goal, putting Senegal in front, as it will be El Soulia to take this free kick for Egypt. They've got at least 6 or 7 up in the sort of final 25 yards of the Senegal half. The original ball's headed away. There's a slip via Ismail Assar. It has gone to Mo Salah, who tried to put the ball in, but it was a blocked cross. It's now gone to Boulaye for Senegal. On the far side, the left-hand side, closed down here by Rami Rabia. And then it's gone all the way back inside the Egyptian middle third. And they've got a touch off of an Egyptian player there of Senegal. The touch off Mo Salah. Senegal get the throw-in, which is taken all the way back to Kalidou Koulibaly, who lifted that trophy in Cameroon against Egypt when they won the AFCON title. It's actually the 3rd meeting in about 6 weeks. It is very uncommon to play your last 3 international matches against the same side, whether it's friendlies or a competition or different competitions for that fact. Rabiot on the ball. Great work though by Ismail Assar to win it back. Now it is with Saliou Ciss. Looking to take on Gabir. Just checks back over on the left-hand side. Bit further out is Ismail Assar receiving it, but it has hit his arm. It bounced off his foot, I think, first, then hit his right arm, and it will be a free kick that goes Egypt's way. Ghana lead Nigeria in Abuja by 1-0. A West African derby there. Thomas Partey, Ghana's most important player, you'd have to say, has put them in front to silence the Moshood Abiola Stadium, and it is here also as well. Senegal 1, Egypt 0. Great kick by El Shinawi from the free kick. He's nearly found Omar Marmoush, had it not been for a great challenge by the Senegalese defence. And then it's cleared as Napolis Mendy is fouled. An Egyptian player, Mustafa Gorbal, has had to put the whistle to his mouth quite a lot so far in this game, as the Egyptian player that is down at the moment, it's quite hard to see who it actually is, but there is one off the pitch. He is receiving treatment. The man down is El Soulia. Mustafa Gorbal will let this throw-in now be taken for Egypt on their left-hand side. And Senegal now have. Here is Saliou Ciss. Ismail Assar tries to get the return, but falls over, and it affects the pass back to Saliou Ciss. Boulaye, he's looked really sharp so far. The man whose only goal has equalled the aggregate score. Sabali, now to Bounassar. He's got a good cross on him. Decides to put on his left foot. It's a low one. It has reached Boulaye. Egypt making a mess of clearing it. And they do get eventually a couple of bites of the cherry before they do get it away. Here is now Saliou Ciss. He'll put the ball in deep into the box, but it's El Shenawy that gathers it and collects it, as he has had a water bottle thrown at him from the crowd. As El Shenawy has gone down, holding the back of his thigh is the Egyptian goalkeeper. Might have been as a result of those bottles there being thrown at him from the crowd directly behind him, or it could have just been him having that heavy landing. Hard to tell, but he is telling the referee, Mustafa Gorbal, about an incident that the referee did not see. He covers the ball pretty well. It doesn't look like it's a result of that. And yeah, it just smacks the back of his thigh, El Shenawy. He sort of just holds on to it for a few seconds, then gets back up to his feet and is able to continue. And it has been a real hotbed of excitement and atmosphere in this game. Great to see the games, of course, in Cairo, and then today at the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium being full. Here is now El Neni who shoots, and it's gone over the crossbar. The first chance Egypt have had tonight, it was set up for him. It was a long punt at first from El Shenawy, looking for Marmoush or Mo Salah. It was a Senegal head that saw it land to an Egyptian player, and then it was set up for El Neni, who struck from about 25 yards. It was over the crossbar, but it's the first positive sign or step that Egypt has shown to try and get back in this game with quarter of an hour gone. Senegal 1, Egypt 0 is the latest score in the second leg of these African playoffs, member. One more game before one of these two sides will reach the World Cup, as Omar Marmoush is penalised for a foul inside his own half. Once again, the referee putting the whistle to his mouth. It was on Idrissa Gueye this time. Just went in from behind on the Paris Saint-Germain midfielder. And it's very important for Senegal. Is their most experienced player of the current setup. So they have got a free kick, which is going to be one that's going to be put right into the Egyptian final third. Well, it looked like at first anyway. It's come to Ciss, who hits it. It's blocked, and there's an Egyptian player down. And because it struck his head, Mustafa Gorbal has to blow the whistle. As the player down for Egypt took one almighty blow to the back of his head as a result of that ball striking it. As there is another break in play. Does look like it was Mohamed El Neni who got struck on the back of the head. As Saliou Ciss says, giving instructions to Olympiakos' Pap Abou Cissé. Saliou Ciss is a living legend, both as a player and as a manager at Senegal. He is putting this side on the map. He was part of the side in 2002 in Korea and Japan. They reached the quarterfinals before Turkey beat them, courtesy of the golden goal rule, the last time it was used in the World Cup. That goal through Ilhan Manzis. And then, of course, they didn't qualify for another World Cup until 2018, where they went out of the group stages on fair play to Japan. They had the same goals scored, same goals conceded, same points, same wins, same amount of draws and same amount of losses, but they had a worse record than Japan, as the Asian side qualified at their expense. As things are threatening to boil over here between Senegal and Egypt, Mustafa Gorbal has got to have a real strong front to deal with this. He's shown to be authoritative so far in a game where it has been quite tempestuous in the opening 17 minutes or so. As it will be Senegal who have possession as they restart. They were the side on the ball as a result of that ball striking the back of an Egyptian player's head, but Egypt win it back. Soulia to Marmoush, who goes down. That's a clear free kick. There was a little shove in the back there by Cissé, I think it was, on the halfway line. who made the foul. But you can already see that Senegal are pushing high. They're not allowing Egypt to have the ball in the midfield. There were quite a few critics saying to Carlos Queiroz about his side when they play the better teams, they don't have great control of possession, which he's hoping will change. Well, then he takes it short. Now goes to Trezeguet on the left-hand side. By the byline, looking to beat Youssouf Sabaly, who stands his ground. And then Trezeguet, I think, was trying to push Sabaly before he just lost his footing. But it was smart defending by Youssouf Sabaly, the man of Real Betis in Spain. First time in a long time he's actually featuring for his country, Youssouf Sabaly. His last appearance was November 20 in AFCON qualifying against Guinea-Bissau. So it's nearly 18 months since his last appearance for the Teranga Lions, who lead against Egypt in the second leg of this World Cup playoff by 1-0. Boulaye Dia with the goal has put Senegal in front. Remember, Egypt won the first leg by 1-0, courtesy of that Saliou Ciss own goal, the Senegalese left-back, as it will be an Egyptian throw. Good work by two players to close down Sadio Mane. And it will be Fatou who's going to take the throw. Did say that Senegal started the game with a 4-2-3-1. That's how it's looked like for the most part of this game. There were actually rumours that Saliou Ciss said switch to a 3, but it is without doubt seemingly a back four with Ciss at left back and Sabaly at right back as first full. Cleared up in towards the Egyptian half. Boulaye Dia will chase. There was two Egyptian defenders who were a little bit hesitant to make any real decision on what to do with that ball coming towards them, so they just gave the touch to El Shenawi, who's managed to clear it away. Trezeguet's won the free kick, courtesy of the foul from Youssouf Sabaly, as it will be a free kick for Egypt. Sabaly once again being really close and tight to Trezeguet, the Egyptian winger, on loan at Istanbul Başakşehir in Turkey from Aston Villa, where he is going very, very well in Turkey. Free kick is taken by Yasser Ibrahim, the Egyptian centre-back, and it's gone all the way through inside Edouard Mendy's half. And he's thrown it over to the far left-hand side to Saliou Ciss, who takes under control. Now Kalidou Koulibaly with the ball out to Sabaly. Good touch on his right foot. Tries to flick over there to Trezeguet, who gets there, and then plays it to Amdi Fati. Now for two. Looks up, has found. Trezeguet has his. Gone away from Cisse and Sabaly, but Trezeguet is penalised for pulling on the shirt of Youssouf Sabaly, I think it was there. And the referee, Mustafa Gorbal, has given a free kick Senegal's way, as it was both Cisse and Sabaly both getting in front of Trezeguet. It was, as I first thought, that foul from Trezeguet on Sabaly. Currently Nigeria 0, Ghana 1 at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. That goal from Thomas Partey put Otto Addo's side in front. The Black Stars are going to qualify for the World Cup for the first time since 2014. Free kick for Senegal sees them give one away as Nampalys Mendy is fouled. El Soulia with a little kick as Soulia got there first. A man like many of this current Egyptian side who played a big part in reaching the AFCON final, where they kept Senegal quiet in the final when it went to penalties before they lost, but Senegal managed to score here. Nigeria have actually equalised against Ghana. William Troost-Ekong from the penalty spot has equalised in that one in Abuja, those two West African neighbours, but it is the side from south of the continent, Senegal, leading the side from the north of the continent in Egypt by 1-0. Cisse out now to Saliou Ciss. Now to Sadio Mane, who, of course, could be a record breaker tonight should he score, as Ismaila Sarr was trying to play it through to Boulaye Dia, but on the edge of the box, or just a bit in front of her, I should say, was Yasser Ibrahim to intercept. Salah trying to give a give and go with Omar Marmoush, as Pape Cisse's clearance has just struck the face of Marmoush, who doesn't go down as a result. Chases it down, and then it's gone to Edouard Mendy inside his own area, who then plays it short ahead to Youssouf Sabaly. He then comes inside on his left foot. Suli is closing him down, but it's gone to Nampalys Mendy. Saliou Ciss, Senegal, been a little bit more better with the ball at their feet. They're moving it a little bit quicker. As now Sadio Mane's been fed there by Ismaila Sarr. Good tackle going in by the number 5, Amdi Fati for Egypt. It's a corner kick for Senegal. Ismaila Sarr and Sadio Mane trying to link up there. As Amdi Fati saying he wants the free kick because of that little arm in the back from Sadio Mane, but Mustafa Gorbal deciding to let the play continue and let the decision be a corner rather than a free kick for Egypt. Something he hasn't been able to really do, given the high volume of fouls he's already given in this game. But it's going to be taken in from the left-hand side. In-swinging ball in on the right foot of Sadio Mane. He's just going to put this in. There are 5 white shirts in there for Mane to try and pick out. Egypt have certainly got a lot more back in the box to defend this. And it goes, and attacking it was Pape Cisse, got up above. Egyptian player in there, but the Olympiacos centre-back has headed it over Mohamed El Shanawi's crossbar with 2 balls on the pitch. And Carlos Queiroz is a man who has got experience of taking sides to the World Cup and managing them. He's appeared in the last 3. He managed Portugal in 2010 to the round of 16, where Spain beat them. And then in 2014 and 2018, in Brazil and Russia, respectively, he managed Iran, where they were knocked out of the group stages. He, of course, took South Africa to the World Cup in 2002, but left just before the tournament started due to a disagreement. As inside his own half is Fatou, who has won the free kick, even though he did touch it out of play. Made a bit of a mess of clearing it. He was fouled in the back by Bouna Sarr, who was chasing him all the way, and it was minimal contact at best. It was a very innocuous challenge, it has to be said, or a little arm in the back on Fatou over on the sort of final third. Just outside of it anyway. As Mohamed El Shanawi is going to take this free kick for Egypt out of his area. It's a long punt, big kick again. Over there to Trezeguet and of Sabali. He's going to just let that one drift out of play for a throw. He often does go long from his kicks. The centre-backs don't come short for it for Egypt. It's a lot different to what Senegal want to try to do from a goal kick or a restart with their goalkeeper. Mendy not afraid to give it to Koulibaly or Pape Cisse as El Neni is gone into the back of Trezeguet. Free kick will go Senegal's way as Mustafa Gorbal, the Algerian referee, wants a word with Mohamed El Neni, and who has been in the Egypt setup for a long time now, the Arsenal man. Here's Ismaila Sarr, keeping the ball at his feet. Now to Nampalys Mendy, who certainly is one of the first names on the team sheet for Senegal, but he can't get a look at Leicester. That's a great ball through the middle. Has taken under control was Sadio Mane. He is a threat, isn't he, if he's inside your box? But it was well defended. It was actually Rami Rabiot who closed him down, but I think as he tried to get it under control on his chest, it hit his arm, and the free kick has gone Egypt's way. It was a lovely ball by Pape Cisse. Mane timed his run perfectly. Yeah, his arm is sticking out. Clear handball, or clear arm, as it sort of just struck him on the sort of tricep area behind it, as Rami Rabiot has now gone down for Egypt as they try and slow the game down once more. This isn't the first time they've had a man go down. Omar Gabur and Mohamed El Neni, when that ball struck him on the back of the head, of the players to have already gone down and received some treatment. Probably do whatever they can to try and slow Senegal's momentum, in which Senegal lead. Remember, Boulaye Dia's goal has given them the lead in the second leg. 1-1 now on aggregate after Egypt took the lead in the first leg early on with that Saliou Ciss own goal. That's how it stayed in Cairo, where they managed to win, and they've managed to raise it. Equalised on aggregate. It is 1-1 between Nigeria and that finished 0-0 in from the penalty spot. 3 games later, Algeria lead Cameroon by a goal to 0, looking to finish the job. The 2019 AFCON winners. And Morocco take on DR Congo, and Tunisia take on Mali. All 3 of those games 8:30 kickoffs. Morocco, Congo 1-0 after the first leg. DR Congo, that is. Tunisia lead Mali by 1 goal to 0, looking to finish the job off. Here's Mane on the left-hand side, left by Saliou Ciss. Ismail Assar. Now Gay will go for it, and El Shenawi has to save it. It was dipping and swerving all over the place. Sabali trying to get on the rebound, but he's got the last touches for 2. Hit it off him. Well, Idrissa Gueye has scored a few goals for his country. Hit one, which the Egyptian goalkeeper El Shenawi was a little bit caught out by. He managed to make the save, so he wasn't beaten at all ends up, and made a bit of a loony of himself, but yeah, we'd probably have liked to have handled that a little bit better, as Egypt are going to line up another change. They're going to make a change here, in fact, as Rami Rabia goes off. And coming on for Egypt, it is going to be Ayman Ashraf, who is on the bench. So that change has been made for the Pharaohs, as it is Rami Rabia, who appears as though he has gone off. Senegal have possession inside their own half. Sabali to Nampalys Mendy. Pape Cissé with the clearance, but it's gone straight into the middle with Marmouche, who tried to play it to El Neni, giving it straight back to Senegal, who have the ball inside their own area, and then trying to angle it to the left to Ismail Assar, who was nowhere near it as the ball sailed out of play for a throw. And that could be another injury for Egypt, with Rabia going off. They seem to be a bit unlucky when it comes to defensive injuries. Remember Akram Toufik picked up an injury in the AFCON against Nigeria. I can remember as well injury Egypt, but they are under no illusion or no obligation to kick the ball out. Nampalys Mendy with a short pass to the right to Sabali. Now gives it to Nampalys Mendy, about 35 yards from goal. Central finds Pape Cissé, now inside the Egyptian half, as they've just seemingly just stopped play here. Mustafa Gorbal blowing his whistle, and once again, Egypt have a player down. Too sure what happened there. It's probably an off the ball. Down it is, in fact, Omar Gabur who's down, I beg your pardon. Just going back to their defensive injuries, they obviously had a Ghazi pick up an injury in the AFCON quarter-final against Morocco. They had as well Abdel Monem pick up an injury in the first leg of this game when he had a sort of head facial injury, resulted in sort of blood being spilled from his nose. As Gabba is off the pitch, Senegal look to try and profit with an extra man for now. Here is Sabali's play now carries on. Nampalys Mendy, ball goes in, but it's straight to the edge of the 18-yard Diz. It's cleared away by the Egyptian defence. Now Neni, now to Fatou. Looking to try and find Marmouche. And goes all the way through to Mohamed El Shenawi, who can gather the ball, and he kicks it out of his hands. It's a long punt forward again, looking for Trezeguet once again down. Played 32 minutes of this qualifying, the third round or the playoffs, whatever you want to call it. It is Senegal 1, Senegal in front in the second leg and levelled the aggregate score as Mo Salah tries to get found from that ball forward, which has gone out of play for a goal kick. Still Nigeria 1, Ghana 1. Remember, 5 teams from the continent will be in the draw on Friday for the World Cup. Senegal and Egypt were two of the 5 sides that went to Russia in 2018, which both were knocked out of the group stages. Egypt lost every game. Senegal picked up 4 points from their 3 matches, beating Poland, drawing with Japan, and then losing to Colombia in the last game, which proved the killer for them as they went out of just their 2nd ever FIFA World Cup finals. Mane. Now it's at Saliou Ciss. By far and away the better side has been Senegal so far, as then Ismaila Sarr was fouled there as Omar Gaber made the foul. It's a yellow card. Clear and obvious foul, in truth, by Gaber there, who has actually stayed down as a result of this. And it does appear as though it was an injury from earlier on that has caused him some issues as he's stayed down. He's a little bit worse off than Ismaila Sarr, who was yelping after he was fouled. They were trying to work an opening. He was trying to have the better of Yasser Ibrahim, and then Gaber went in with the tackle even before Ismaila Sarr thought about which way he was going to go to get past Yasser Ibrahim on the left-hand side, as Egypt could be forced again into making a change, as once more we see another stoppage. They're a man who, of course, played in Switzerland for Basel a few years ago. Now is playing in the country for Pyramids. This is, of course, his first appearance for Egypt in that first leg against Senegal. Was the first one since Gabon away in 1-1 draw in September 2021 in World Cup qualifying, where they did finish unbeaten actually in the second round to a group containing Gabon, Libya and Angola. 4 wins, 2 draws. Senegal did also finish top of their group, hence why they're there, winning 5 of their 6 matches. The only team they dropped points against was away to Togo, where Habib Diallo had to score in the 93rd minute to get them a point. So they did just pick up Egypt in the second round of World Cup qualifying. In Senegal's group, of course, as well, it was Togo, Namibia and Congo, as going off is Omar Gaber, and Imam Ashour is going on for Egypt. There was their second enforced change in just under 10 minutes. 30th was the first change of Rami Rabia, and then sort of 6 minutes later was Omar Gaber going off. So Imam Ashour has now gone on as this free kick is taken short by Senegal. It's a really good purposeful run into the box, and it's found. Ismaila Sarr was on the end of the cross. He was on the receiving end of a late tackle, he felt, by an Egyptian player. It was a lovely short free kick. Sadio Mane had the better of Marmouche. Just got away from him as if he wasn't there. And then he cut it back. And Amdi Fati closed him down. And not really a lot wrong with that foul, and God's honest truth, or that tackle, I should say. And it is a goal kick for Egypt, with El Shanawi's kick being short. It's found Boone has played that ball forward as Idrissa Gueye has shown a yellow card. Becomes the first player in the book for Egypt. As down on the floor quite a lot of this first half so far. Nigeria had the ball in the back of the net against Ghana, but the offside flag was raised in that game. It was Victor Osimhen probably the continent's best striker who had that goal ruled out for offside. So still 1-0 there. 1-0 here, 1-0 here though between Senegal and Egypt. What is 1-0 is the aggregate score between Senegal and Egypt. Remember, if it's not decided in 90 minutes, it will go to penalties. It's now warming up here for... well, it looked like it might have been a change, but Omar Gaber just had help from Gabaski, the substitute Egyptian goalkeepers. Once again, the stretcher comes on. Well, Carlos Queiroz did admit pre-match ahead of this one of the ball. I can do magic, we know that, and Senegal knows that too. They are a side who don't like to have possession. Yes, you well know Carlos Queiroz is a very defensive-minded coach. Everywhere he's been, whether he's been a manager or he's been a coach, it has been that recipe for him that he's felt has been successful. Iran at the last World Cup were very defensive, weren't they? They didn't concede a great deal of goals, in which they, of course, beat an African side, Morocco, in the World Cup. In Russia, they drew with Portugal and lost narrowly to Spain. So United, as Mohamed El Neni's going to take this free kick for Egypt. Well out from the Senegal final defensive third. It's got to go right in there. El Neni puts a lot underneath it. It does go into the box, looking for Yasser Ibrahim over his head and also over the head of the Senegal player. And it will go for a goal kick. We're going to have a lot of stoppage time, so it's 6 minutes left of normal time, but we're probably going to have at least 4 or 5 minutes extra, so we're probably going to have another 10, 11 minutes of this first half still left to play with the stoppage time added on to it, I think. Nampalys Mendy to Sabali. Straight, though, to Yasser Ibrahim. Square ball, real reach. Mo Salah. Now Trezeguet going to try and take on Pape Cissé. Comes back, facing his defence. And a rare corner as well for the Egyptians in this game. There's a chance to put it into a dangerous area, which they'll be no doubt looking to do. Corner is going to come into the middle. Omar Marmoush of Stuttgart's going to take this corner kick from the left-hand side, but it won't come in just yet because Mustafa Gorbal is unhappy with Mo Salah in the way he's acting in the box. Trying to find room by Senegal. It has now come out to the Egyptian defence, a long way out of the Senegal half, as Ashraf, with that heavy pass over to the left, has got out for a Senegal throw-in. Just on the theme of Saliou Ciss, he, of course, finally lifted that ghost of not winning the African Cup of Nations. Team selection as a result of that first one. He does know that he has belief of his players and of himself. Now Nampalys Mendy will strike from range, and it's gone wide. Really good hit by the Leicester City man. He was about sort of 20, 25 yards out, and he's tried to find the bottom corner away to Mohamed El Shenawi's left-hand side, and he was stretched, and he did just sort of lean his hand back as he knew the ball was going past the post, but it was a very good try from Nampalys Mendy, who, as we said, for his club, can't get a game, but for his country is a regular in the side. Of course, he's played 7 games this season for Leicester City, and of course this game today means he has matched the total he's played at club level in 6-7 months. Of Of course, there has been quite a lot of games amongst the African sides. Some of them, of course, because of the involvement in the African Cup of Nations, which Nampalys Mendy was a part of. Egypt throw the Senegal half. Senegal, though, win it back as Mane is able to skip away from the challenge off of Yasser Ibrahim. Now it is with Ismaila Sarr. On the overlap is Saliou Ciss, who gets the ball in. It's gone out for a corner kick. Once again, they broke down the Egyptian right-hand side of their defensive area, and it took a real good tackle by Mohamed El-Neni to not allow that ball to go into the box fully. But Saliou Ciss is really starting to venture forward. They really are looking as though they want to try and hurt Egypt in that particular area of the pitch. As Bouna Sarr is going to take this corner into the box, it goes. It is away by an Egyptian head. I think it was Ashour who got that header in there. As it's gone out to the edge of the area, and then it's put out to the left-hand side. Bouna Sarr, the corner taker, was coming back from an offside position, so had to leave it. As Ismaila Sarr is penalised, it looks like, for a foul, although it does actually appear to be Kalidou Koulibaly, I beg your pardon, who made that foul. So it is a Egyptian free kick. A foul on Marmoush, who's been in the wars. Still looking to have a good opportunity at goal. Had one earlier on in the game, looking to still have a good opportunity in this game is Omar Marmoush. 1 goal to his name, scored in his debut versus Libya in World Cup qualifying. 10th cap for him this evening. Free kick is taken. Cisse up above Trezeguet. Now Ashraf looks up, plays a curved ball with his left foot looking for Trezeguet, but Cisse lets it run across him, turns back and plays it to Edouard Mendy. Koulibaly with the ball forward, square low one, into Boulaye Dia, who then now gives it to Sadio Mane, and now Bouna Sarr's in the box. He could cut it back here for Ismaila Sarr and does so, but it's put out for a corner by an Egyptian player. It was Imam Ashour who has smashed it out of play for a corner kick. Now, that could have ended up in the back of the net, but it was wonderful football by Senegal. They drew Egypt up. It opened the space in behind, and Ashour got in front of the pass from Bouna Sarr, looking for Ismaila Sarr, put it out for a corner kick, but it was one of those that he could have easily put into his own net, as the referee Mustafa Gorbal has shown the yellow card. Not 100% sure who that's been shown for, as we're going to have an additional time of 5 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Corner's going to come in from Saliou Ciss, or we thought, before the linesman steps in front of him and gets inside the quadrant to put his hand across the say, no, you're not taking the corner just yet. There's 5 Senegal players in the box. There seems to be at least nearly double the amount of Egyptian players. When Senegal did put balls into the box, whether it's set pieces or corners in the first leg of this one, they did do it very, very well, the amount of numbers they had. It was Ayman Ashraf who was shown that yellow card. I think it was for that earlier foul in the build-up to when Sarr was put through. Corner goes in. Bouna, that was, who was put through, remember. Ball goes in from Saliou Ciss, cleared comfortably away by the Egyptian defence. And out for a throw-in to Senegal. Mane gets it from the throw, puts it in there, but it is cleared away by the Egyptian defence once more. 1 minute played of 5 added on. Ciss. Gay. Now Nampalys Mendy. Now to Pape Cisse. Egypt just got a hold onto this scoreline at the end of the break. Mane couldn't get it under control. Good tackle by Ashraf. Now it is with Marmoush. Now it's gone to Trezeguet, who now has it on this left-hand side. May look to take on Cisse. Does give it to Mo Salah. And he was waiting for the contact and the sliding challenge of Kalidou Koulibaly, who was won it absolutely cleanly. And Senegal now have possession back, as left by Ciss. Here is now Ismaila Sarr. Ciss on the overlap. Has been found. Will keep that in play. He's right by the corner flag on the left-hand side. Cross goes in. Good block there by Imam Ashour. And it will be a Senegal throw, who will be delighted with their first half display. Certainly a better first half of the second leg than probably what it was in 90 minutes against Egypt in the first leg. Gay gives it to Nampalys Mendy, about 30-35 yards out from the Egyptian goal. Pape Cissé now to Koulibaly. Egypt just sitting back, 2 banks of force, soaking it up and staying disciplined and resolute, as they don't want to go and concede a second goal before half-time. And as Senegal play it towards Kalidou Koulibaly, Sadio Mane was fouled as a result of that, and it's a free kick that goes Senegal's way. Hard to see who committed the foul, with Mane getting back up to his feet. Foul was made there by Omar Marmoush, who just with the top of his studs caught the inside of Sadio Mane's boot. And it is a free kick to Senegal. Central position, about 35 yards out. It's Idrissa Gueye who's going to take this for the Teranga Lions. Goes into the box, all the way through. It is headed straight down to Pape Cissé, is it? No, Trezeguet is able to get there and then bring it out from the box. There were some shouts of a handball. And there is a free kick that has been given as Pape Cissé has just fouled Trezeguet. The half that has gone on, it feels like for an eternity. It feels like it's been going on for at least an hour rather than what we're talking 48 minutes. You probably include the stoppages and take them away, so it probably does equate to 60 minutes on the clock, perhaps. Amdi Fati to Ashraf. Remember, one of the 2 subs Egypt have made in this first half. Him and Ashur have come on for Gaber and Rami Rabia in this game. Nampalys Mendy to Pape Cissé. Senegal very comfortable at the moment. We're into the last 50 seconds of this first half of this second leg. Senegal 1, Egypt 0. Here is Sadio Mane. Idrissa Gueye. Kalidou Koulibaly. Pape Cissé. Nampalys Mendy. Cissé once more goes all the way back to Edouard Mendy. Receives it inside the D on the edge of the box. Kick goes forward in the Egyptian half. As Ashraf's header is an awkward one, but it is fully away by another Egyptian player. As now they have possession here to Carlos Queiroz' side. Ball goes forward looking for Mo Salah. They look to try to do that run at a couple of opportunities in this first half, which will come to an end from Mustafa Gorbal's whistle. Well, it has been quite a tempestuous affair at times. The first 15 minutes were, and in the first 15 minutes we saw a goal really early on. Boulaye Dia gave Senegal the lead. It was a ball into the box, which Ahmed Fatou headed straight to the feet of Boulaye Dia, who put it in despite the best efforts of Mohamed El Shenawi in the Egypt goal to try and save. Egypt have seen 2 defenders go off in Omar Gaber and Rami Rabia at the end of the first half. Senegal will be delighted about their first 45 minutes. Egypt know they've got work to do. It is half-time at the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium. It is Senegal 1, Egypt 0, and it is 1-0 on aggregate. It certainly makes for an interesting and engaging second 45 minutes of this second leg.
The live broadcast of this match will start momentarily. On FlashScore, you can also tune in to other commentaries. We regularly bring you the Premier League, the Champions League, or Europa League, while national team matches are also available. Do you want to look at stats while you wait? Have a look at our match details where you can find lineups, head-to-heads, and a lot of other interesting information. FlashScore, game-changing numbers. The live broadcast of this match will start momentarily. On Flashscore, you can also tune in to other commentaries. We regularly bring you the Premier League, the Champions League, or Europa League, while national team matches are also available. Do you want to look at stats while you wait? Have a look at our match details where you can find lineups, head-to-heads, and a lot of other interesting information. Flash Score, game-changing numbers. The live broadcast of this match will start momentarily. On Flashscore, you can also tune in to other commentaries. We regularly bring you the Premier League, the Champions League, or Europa League, while national team matches are also available. Do you want to look at stats while you wait? Have a look at our match details where you can find lineups, head-to-heads, and a lot of other interesting information. Flashscore, game-changing numbers.
On that same side, at the same end. Can Egypt score this equaliser? Koulibaly, who heads it. He's bounced away from El Neni, was stood on the edge of the box. Put back into the box. It looked like at first, but now Senegal could look to launch a counter-attack. Here's Boulaye with so much pace. He could look to his left to play it far, but he's been closed down well and still keeps the ball at his feet. And then El Shenawi makes the save. They felt a penalty. Should have been given there as Boulaye was fouled, but Mustafa Gorbal says no foul. The Algerian referee, who has been kept very busy tonight, is the match official in the middle tonight, and he said no penalty, but Boulaye did get a little bit lucky that it broke to him. You thought Egypt did enough to close him down, as there's a foul by an Egyptian player inside the middle part of the pitch. Saliou Ciss is chatting to the fourth official, Lakhlu Ben Braham, who is trying to calm him down. Mustafa Gorbal is calling over an Egyptian player, but it led to Boulaye. He was trying to get past Imam Ashour. Great tackle going in there. And then he turned away from Ashraf, tried a second bite of the cherry, and it is quite a clumsy delivery to try and win the ball from Imam Ashour, but it is not enough for a foul and to give a penalty. The referee was very, very right to not give that one a penalty, as Senegal have a free kick just inside the Egyptian half, which is taken by Gay, put forward by Koulibaly, headed on by Cisse, as he was looking for Sadio Mane. Nampalys Mendy, though, plays it to his left to Saliou Ciss, and it will be a free kick that goes Egypt's way, and it is now threatening to spill over once again, as Imam Ashour is putting his hand to his face as a bottle been thrown onto the pitch. It looks like it might have involved Sadio Mane there. The camera hasn't picked this up on the monitor in front of me, so God knows what has happened. Well, something has happened in the build-up with Sadio Mane and Imam Ashour, who's seemingly okay as a result of this. Yasser Ibrahim is showing to the referee and signaling that there was an elbow or an arm used in there. I'm sure remember who came on in the game as a sub for Omar Gaber is going to hopefully see Sadio Mane potentially cautioned, but it isn't going to be the case. I'm sure a man who is a central midfielder, but in 3 appearances for his country has appeared at left wing and right back twice, and appeared in those games in the AFCON semi-final and the AFCON final. So he is someone who Carlos Queiroz can depend upon in that position, as the resulting free kick is one that's aimed towards Salah, trying to get the better of the 2 Senegal centre-backs who usher him and the ball out of play for a goal kick. Salah not been involved in these 2 games really as much as he would have wanted, or on a frequent basis. He had a big say in the goal, didn't he, in the first leg, where his shot hit the bar and then unfortunately it hit Saliou Ciss and saw Egypt win and hold on to that lead for well over 85 minutes in that game. As it is a free kick that will go Senegal's way. 57 minutes played of the match in total. 12 of the second half gone. Senegal 1, Egypt 0 at the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium. Here's Koulibaly now for Senegal. Just comes inside the Egyptian half. Now into the middle third with Gay. Nampalys Mendy closed down well by Trezeguet, who will run for days, won't he? Into Boulaye. Little layoff. Ball goes in by Bouna Sarr, put away by Yasser Ibrahim, who put out for a throw. Nice little link-up play. Nice little first touch pass into Sarr. It's just a shame he couldn't get the cross away from Ibrahim. And they really are very, very good in the middle part of their own box, dealing with crosses, aren't they, Egypt? Very successful from it, as a couple of throws lead to nothing, as Boulaye is penalised for a little foul on an Egyptian player on the edge of the Egyptian edge of his own box. But just going back, they do deal with crosses very, very well. They did it in the first leg and the second leg, didn't they? In particular in the middle, right in front of the goalkeeper, El Shenawi. It's going to take a seriously good ball in to beat the Egyptian defence before you even get a chance on goal. Between Trezeguet for two, but an offside flag raised as Mustafa Gorbal gets that call to give in Senegal's way. Egypt were to score. Would have to get two. They'd have to win this game by 2 clear goals. It is as simple as that. But if Senegal were to score, then they would be in front and have the advantage for the first time over these 2 legs. As it is an Senegal throw. Marmouche with the tackle. Now it's been given as a free kick because of a late challenge on the left-hand side. The foul on Saliou Ciss. Certainly catches the Senegal left-back. And Marmouche came in at the start of the side for Mustafa Mohamed. It will be put in this free kick by Idrissa Gueye. He is practically on the throwing line and actually off the pitch as he's just trying to get a bit of a run up to take this free kick. Around it as well is Ciss, who's going to put this in with his left foot. Driven ball in the box. El Shenawi comes a long way and gathers it pretty easy and then rolls it to his left for 2. Who can play it forward, looking for Trezeguet. Challenge goes in by Nampoli to come in the World Cup qualifiers in Africa. Algeria, Cameroon. Here's an 8:30 kickoff. Algeria lead by a goal to 0 over that first leg, courtesy of that Islam Slimani goal. He's had a really good qualifying, hasn't he? Morocco, DR Congo is to come at 8:30. 1-1 there from the first leg. Tunisia 1, Mali 0 from the first leg. Second leg is in Tunisia. Can they seal the job? Here is now Marmouche. Ashore. El Neni. Ashore again. El Neni once more. Lets it run across him. And Koulibaly wouldn't let it run through to Mendy as Koulibaly decides to take his own action and just pelt it away from his own area. As Egypt now have possession inside their own defensive half. Didn't have a lot of it in the first half, it has to be said. They are a side who don't really want to build possession, do they? As now Mo Salah shakes off Gueye, but he can't get away from Cisse. Steps up and makes a crucial tackle. As now Bouna Sarr's coming away with it on this right-hand side. He's got 2 to aim for. He's gone short to Mane. On the edge of the box, Mane shoots. Great block by Yasser Ibrahim was the man who got in the way of the shot. You felt that might have been the moment to raise the roof even more. Throw-in is taken on the left-hand side. Great play by Ismaila Sarr. Great tackle there by Amdi Fati. Brilliantly timed by the Egyptian centre-back. You just maybe felt if he was going to go to ground and Ismaila Sarr was going to catch him, but he stood his ground and won the ball fairly as Egypt get a free kick as Mustafa Gorbal has spotted a foul in the build-up. Perhaps he says the man who made the foul was right on the halfway line, in fact. The free kick has gone Egypt's way as Mustafa Mohamed is ready and waiting to come on, standing by. Probably imagine this is going to be for Marmouche, the man who replaced him at the start of this game. 62 played, Senegal 1, Egypt 0. Nothing really to shout about in terms of chances and who's going to get the next goal. It is on tender hooks. This is on a knife edge. This is 50-50. You really could not call this. It's almost like a flip of a coin, probably to the people listening, who's going to win this game. Mane plays a lovely ball out to the left, looking for Ismaila Sarr. The header, though, by Ashore has gone straight to Sarr again, but his pass is blocked. It's gone to Gueye. He's had to go to the left-hand side of the middle third to receive it. Ciss now to Ismaila Sarr. Good tackle going in. It's reached Mane, though. Jinkin Fee plays it through to Boulaye Dia. Free kick has been given as a result of that foul by Yasser Ibrahim, the Egyptian defender. As Mane was just getting himself in the position, it was literally a double whammy, 2 fouls in one. It was El Zulia who made a foul as well as Yasser Ibrahim, and it will be a free kick. The Senegal are back 20 yards out, and Idrissa Gueye looks like he's going to be the candidate who's going to take this. As El Shenawi is just trying to make sure he gets his wall right. There's 4 Senegal players around this. Ciss, Gueye, Mane, 3 of the 4. Mustafa Gorbal and Mo Salah are just having a few words with each other. There's also going to be another change for Egypt with Dunga coming on, or Nabil Emad, as he's known as. He's going to come on shortly with Mustafa Mohamed, but now only 2 of the 4 remaining for this free kick for Senegal. Gueye and Ciss discussing with each other. You've seen them both rotate, taking the free kick or corners this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. Senegal also planning a change. Inside that wall. Andy Fati. No, that's just gone out of the wall. He's just in front of it, in fact. There's 3 Senegal players right in front of this 5-man Egyptian wall. They're probably going to go split. Stadium. It's Gueye. It's over the bar. It was too central and too high. El Shenawi did dive. He did maybe think about trying to tip it over, but went over him and over his head as Carlos Queiroz is nibbling away at the 4th official. Lechlu Benbraham in his ear. Gueye got it over the wall, but over the crossbar as well. In the 20 minutes of the second half played. As it reached Mo Salah. No, not quite. Getting the foot in there was Marmoush. Still, we await these 2 subs for Egypt, which they've been looking to try and make for the last couple of minutes. It's flicked on to Mane, who can't get it under control. Boulaye Dia will chase. It's gone all the way back to El Shenawi via that little pass by El Zulia. And now Senegal have it. On the centre circle is Koulibaly. He's a powerful player. Try and stop him if you can. Salah's unable to do so. It's Sabali. Right-hand side, great ball in. Great header, though, by Yasser Ibrahim. And it's a Senegal corner. Ismail Assar was the target in there. But it was Yasser Ibrahim who got his head to it first. Egyptian defence inside the middle of their own box, but it wasn't to be, and it was a very good, vital bit of defending by Yasser Ibrahim. As Senegal have got a corner on the right-hand side. This is by far their best spell of this second half. Looking to add to the second goal. Looking to add a second goal, I should say, to the first they've already got in this game. Good to see Boulaye Dia's goal, which came from a set piece, albeit a free kick, the first one. Would it come from a corner, the second one, perhaps? No. Headed away and out of the Egyptian box. As Mustafa Gorbal has stopped. Playing the Algerian referee. As the game has come to a shuddering halt. As there will be now some substitution. Coming on here for Senegal, the Marseille man. Didn't see any of the first leg. Will now come on as Bouna Sarr. Will now come off, the Bayern Munich man. Plays regularly for Marseille and Jorge Sampaoli's side in the French top flight as they chase Champions League football, and of course are still in the UEFA Europa Conference League as Bamba Dieng is coming on, a rising star for the Teranga Lions. And Egypt are planning 2 changes. Zizou looks to be one of them, as does Mustafa Mohamed. There also could be another one as well. Dunga back to come on. Remember, they've already made 2 changes, so in normal time, potentially they would have made all their subs with still just over 20 minutes left to play. El Shaarawy with the kick from he was off the ground a little bit there, was Fatou, as Dieng was a little bit late there. It's now Egypt can make these changes. Well known for the fact that as Dunga will come on. And Marmoush is off and Mustafa Mohamed is on. So they've made 5 changes. Have Egypt for the game. As Bamba Dieng is shown a yellow card about 2 or 3 minutes after he came on. So Dunga's on for El Neni. Zizou on for Trezeguet, and Mohamed is on for Marmoush. So it will be an Egyptian free kick deep from the left. It's gone all the way into the box. Header by Mendy, though, stretching and leaning back. Collects it brilliantly out of the air. As now Senegal look to launch a counter-attack, which is given away. Now it is with Mo Salah. Gets the ball in. Not a bad delivery. And it's well met, and it's gone wide. It was Zizou who arrived onto it. What an impact that would have been for Zizou, the Egyptian substitute. One of the triple subs that was made just a few moments ago. Salah with an inch-perfect ball in the middle was Zizou. He attacked it well, and he's just brushed the post and the side netting and gone out for a goal kick. Great header from Zizou. Away by Andy Fati. Forward it goes by Gay in the middle third of the Egyptian half. Now Imam Ashur goes inside of Mane. Good feet. Now finds Salah. He sees the ball ricochet. These shootouts to win from. They won 2 of the 3. They beat Ivory Coast on penalties in the round of 16. The semi-finals, they beat Cameroon. And then, of course, they lost to Senegal in the final. So, they are no strangers to penalties. We are heading into extra time as it stands. If there were to be no goals, it'd be currently staying as it was. We'd head to the lottery of penalties, which is a horrible way. Of course, it was then to decide the trophy and a final. It would be horrible to decide as well the way of which team goes to the World Cup from Africa. One of 5 sides, remember, who will take their place as one of the 32 sides in the World Cup finals in Qatar, which are just over half a year away now. The 2 with the clearance away. Still Nigeria 1, Ghana 1. It's Senegal 1, Egypt 0. It is 1-1 on aggregate as well as that, but Ghana scored an away goal, which will take them through. It is 1-1 here, with both, of course, scoring home goals. Bamba Dieng fouled by Dunga, who made the foul. And he could be shown a yellow card here. Koulibaly didn't play a part at the AFCON for his country. Fouled Bamba Dieng, no denying that. Abdoulaye Wade's goal. 3 minutes into the contest is separating these 2 sides at the moment in the second leg. 1 apiece on aggregate. As I mentioned, still Nigeria 1, Ghana 1. Nigeria have got to score between now and the 90th minute, or otherwise they're going out and won't be taking their place at the World Cup finals. Here's Sablé on the right-hand side. Goes now to Gay, now Nampalys Mendy. Will anyone score here to not take this to extra time? Saliou Ciss. Trying to get away from Mustafa Mohamed. Good work defensively by the Egyptian forward, but they've lost possession. About 25 yards out. Mane to Ciss. Low ball in. It's only found a red shirt as they're able to clear it away. Now it is with Mo Salah away from Nampalys Mendy. Now Zizou on this left-hand side. Fine for two, who can't get on the end of it. Sabalé makes a good sliding challenge. Very good in those defensive 1v1s. Here's Youssouf Sabalé, a man who has been riddled by knee and injury issues, which delayed his debut for Betis. Only came into their team in 2022, was not going to be fit enough for the African Cup of Nations, according. As a result of that ball going in, it seemed a simple ball to deal with, but it was not dealt with in a confident manner there by Senegal's goalkeeper and best centre-back, Kalidou Koulibaly, the centre-back, and Edouard Mendy, the goalkeeper. This is going to be a corner from the left-hand side. An Egypt goal now would change the complexion of this game. It goes short. Ball goes in by Zizou, right to the right-hand side of the box. And is away by Sabalé. Salah can't get it under control. Mane back there. And it's taken a heavy touch off of an Egyptian player. As Soulia was also trying to get under control, but they're unsuccessful. Nothing of the throw-in comes set for Senegal. It's now reached Zizou. That's a great ball by Amdi Fati. They're still playing on here. And Zizou's done brilliantly and has put it wide. What an opportunity for Zizou. He's had Egypt's two best chances since he came on. He was brilliant in setting the chance up. Danced away from a couple of Senegalese challenges. I think it was two of them in total inside the box. He opened up, went to try and beat Mendy at his near post to his right, and he put it wide. Really should have done a lot better, and it shouldn't be 1-0 on aggregate. Instead, it should be 2-1 on aggregate and 1-0 in the second leg, but it's not to be, as Egypt have missed two very, very good chances. Well, 76 minutes played. Senegal 1, Egypt 0. We're heading to extra time as it stands in this second leg of this World Cup playoff at the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium. 2022 has been such an amazing year so far for Senegal. Winning their first ever AFCON, opening a brand new lavish modern stadium. Will they be taking their place at their third ever World Cup finals back to back? Something they've never done, something Egypt have never done either, as they're looking to qualify for a fourth one. Still unclear and undecided in that aspect. Remember, 5 teams from the continent will take their place at the World Cup in Qatar. You do never know with the African sides. There is always a bit of a surprise team that never goes or does go. Over to the far side, looking to find Zizou with the pass. Dunga with the header to Ashraf. Now inside the Egyptian half. In the middle third is Dunga. Zizou. Now on the edge of the in the middle part of the pitch is Mustafa Mohamed. It's curled towards Zizou. Keeps it in play. Good outlet for Egypt since he came on. Ball in by Zizou this time. Looking to be the provider rather than finish off the attack. Cross goes in its way comfortably by the Senegalese defence. Great footwork by Fatou, still going to the edge of the box. He then tried to move it and shape it to shoot on his left foot, but he just ran into some traffic and fouls Youssouf Sabalé, who wins the free kick for the Teranga Lions. Well, Egypt, you just maybe think, are steadily growing in confidence as they try and plot an equaliser in this second leg. They aren't behind very often, that has to be said. Shekou Kouyaté is about to be introduced for Senegal. Crystal Palace man. Player who captained the side at the World Cup in Russia 4 years ago. Saliou Ciss, the country's longest serving coach. Of course, took over from Alain Giresse, who had a dismal 2015 AFCON in Equatorial Guinea as a result of him leaving. 7 years this month since he took over the reins of the Teranga Lions. Egypt will get a free kick, which Mohamed El-Shenawi is going to take. Man who saw his tournament finish in AFCON, didn't he, due to injury. Gabaski played, saved the Sadio Mane penalty in the final, as well as facing the penalty shootout in the final. Egypt throw on the left-hand side. It has been a bit more of a rhythm and a bit more of a flow to the second half than what it was in the first half, as we see Nampalys Mendy go down. Score update from the game in Abuja. The Mashoud Abiola Stadium, Nigeria won. Away goals count in the African qualifiers. Ghana, as it stands, over. It isn't as a result. Yate, who I just mentioned earlier on, is going to be coming on for Senegal. Well, games like this really are just so fascinating and so intriguing. Pap Gay also on as coming off as Boulaye Dia. The Marseille man joins Bamba Dieng on the pitch. Teammate of his at club level for the final 10 minutes of normal time, as we will be having an extended period of time in this game. Not just stoppage time, but of course with 2 periods of extra time potentially awaiting us should no one get another goal in this game. Mendy with the clearance. Headed by Kouyaté. Soulia to Salah, Ashore. Soulia away from Kouyaté. Great little flick away from him. Finds Ashore with a low pass. Ciss with the challenge in there. Couldn't get it cleanly first time. Had to go in a second time to ground to win it and did so. Very good play by him. Ciss with the header away. Kouyaté sees the ball bounce off his chest. Salah can get under control from Ashore. It's just got a little bit messy in these last few seconds, but Senegal now have possession. Here is now Gay. Mane plays it through. It has reached Ismaila Sarr, who puts it wide. That looked to have been the moment for Senegal to have gone 2-0 up and potentially be in the World Cup draw this Friday. But they might have to wait, and they may not get a better chance to win it in normal time, or even maybe in this game in general. It was a brilliant ball through by Sadio Mane. Bamba Dieng was alongside Ismaila Sarr. He was always going to go on his own. And Ismaila Sarr opened up, beat the keeper, but beat the post. Now Senegal still lead by 1-0 when they really should be 2-0 up. Well, he's onside. He stays level because playing him on looks to be Ayman Ashraf, who's screaming at the linesman on that side to put his flag up, but Ismaila Sarr's got the score. It is as simple as that. There were probably a host of Senegalese fans inside the back of the net, but it wasn't to be. The 50,000 crowd, albeit what we're talking about, 80-90% of them Senegalese fans, probably looking up to the heavens now, thinking, is their chance gone to win it in normal time? Pape Cissé makes the foul. Egypt get a free kick. 7 minutes to play of minutes in, has equalled the aggregate score and has matched the scoreline Egypt got against Senegal in the first leg in Cairo on Friday night. It will be Zizou's going to take this free kick about 30 yards out in a central position. All it needs is a gentle float inside the Senegal box. It goes in there, in-swinging ball in. It doesn't clear the Senegalese defence as Pape Cissé there to head it to Ismaïla Sarr, who's probably going to have to try and prove himself if he can maybe redeem himself after that miss. But he's lost out as Dunga wins it. Now Salah, Mohamed, Dunga, now to Soulia. Fatou. Ashraf. It is as makeshift as it gets for Egypt, pretty much at the back. And of course, Gabert going off injured, and also Rabia. It's meant that Ashraf has had to play in at centre-back, and they've had to put Imam Ashour as a right-back, and also at times Andy Fati as a defender as well. Senegal free kick. Kouyaté. Tackle goes in. It's a very good one as well by Zizou. Kouyaté. For the game, I certainly did anyway. I don't know about the people listening to this. You certainly expected a tight old affair. Usually these African games are tight and close to call. That is exactly what it is here between these two sides. Don't be surprised if this isn't the only one that goes to extra time this evening. Remember, Morocco, DR Congo start at 1 apiece. Morocco with the slight advantage due to that away goal. Algeria 1-0 up against Cameroon. They have the second leg at home, looking to finish the job off, the 2019 AFCON winners. And also Tunisia 1-0 up from the first leg after that away win against Mali. Look to seal the job against Mohamed Magasuba's side. As Ghana, as it stands, will be the only side at the moment from these two games going through in normal time. So we look like we're going to be heading to extra time. We've got 4.5 minutes to play. Senegal 1, Egypt 0. Here is Fatou, Zizou. On this left-hand side, good tackle going in by Gay. The Senegalese midfielder, so important, so key and instrumental to the Teranga Lions. A lot of them transfixed on the action. Yasser Ibrahim. Ashour, good tackle going in by Ciss, which has resulted in a free kick for Egypt as Ashour was, according to the referee, Gorbal being held onto, and he's had enough of Ali's. He's shown the Ghanaian the Senegalese coach a yellow card. His protests have been a little bit more louder than Carlos Queiroz, who was certainly doing that quite a lot in the AFCON final and in the tournament. I should say finals. He wasn't actually in the technical area for the final, was he? He was suspended. You had to watch the game from afar in Yaoundé. The final in Cameroon back in early February. He did have possession with Zizou. Little chip ball. Is he going to reach Fatou? It will do. He then plays it to Mustafa Mohamed, but there to clear it away is the Senegalese midfield. It was Pape Gueye who got the clearance in towards Mane. Good tackle though by Andy Fati. Things up even more for Egypt as they don't really want to concede another goal, because as you know, it would send Senegal through and not send them to the World Cup. Pape Cissé. Lovely turn away from Dunga, and then the final pass lets him down as he tries to find Saliou Ciss. Has stepped forward quite a lot as Pape Cissé in this game has done that quite a lot as Mohamed Salah and Carlos Queiroz are in conversation. Shaw with the throw for Egypt on the... Well, remember, Egypt have got to wait now to extra time. We'll have an extra one due to the rule. Of course, you're allowed an extra one, an extra bit of quality on the bench. Remember, Zizou and Habib Diallo could be involved. Egypt have not a lot. Of course, the order of them Qatar. Senegal 1, Egypt. Also corner on the right-hand side. The Senegalese fans up. Saliou Ciss is doing it now. As a crescendo of noise rises inside this stadium. In Diamniadio. In the capital, Dakar. In by Ciss, and it goes Ciss. Ciss the target. It's gone over to the left-hand side, though. Didn't go towards and Ciss the target, but he's off target with his attempt. Perfect man you'd want in there with his height. But he just never really was going to put the goalkeeper under any sort of pressure or force a save out of him. As Ismail Assar does really well. Drop of his shoulder to turn right away from Dunga. Ball goes in. Finds Ciss, who's just tried to beat El Shenau at his near post, but with no success. 3 minutes to go between Nigeria and Ghana. Still 1-1 there, remember. Ghana going through because of the away goals rule. It was 0-0 in the first leg in Cape Coast. 1-1 now tonight in Abuja. Thomas Partey with the opener for Ghana. William Troost-Ekong from the penalty spot for Nigeria is not enough as it stands. Had a goal ruled out there with Victor Osimhen. And remember, Otto Addo only arrived after the African Cup of Nations. His second game in charge could take them to the World Cup. That isn't bad at all from the newly installed Ghana interim coach. Senegal free kick, though. 45 seconds to go. It's going to be Gay's going to put this in. Any sort of first header won by a Senegalese player could spell danger for Egypt. Will there be late drama? Gone towards Kouyaté, who's fouled in the build-up to the ball arriving into the box. And it's an Egypt free kick as perhaps Ciss wants a little bite out of, I think, Dunga it was. It has been one of those games where the emotions have been very easy to see. They have been in overdrive at times. Remember, there's 3 other matches in the African qualifiers tonight. Algeria, Cameroon is at 8:30. Morocco, DR Congo is, as well as Tunisia, Mali. Well, we won't have a winner over the 2 legs in 180 minutes. We're going to have to go to extra time to see if we will get a winner. These 2 sides, remember, just under 2 months ago, met in the African Cup of Nations final, which went to extra time and penalties, is going to have the same outcome over these 2 legs. Egypt won the first leg by a goal to nil, courtesy of Saliou Ciss's own goal, but it only took 4 minutes for Senegal to equalise on aggregate and to cancel out the slender lead Egypt have with that Boulaye Dia goal inside 4 minutes. They could have won it, Senegal, with that chance late on for Ismaila Sarr. Egypt had good opportunities with Zizou in the second half. Senegal had a couple of good chances in the first half. Didn't do enough to get that second goal, as we are now into extra time, as both sets of players take the fluids and get some snacks on board ahead of extra. Means we've got extra time to come in just a few minutes' time. Well, still, extra time is not upon us, but it will be very, very shortly. It's a very hot and humid evening in Dakar, with the floodlights not having to be switched on just yet, as darkness hasn't quite fallen in the Senegalese capital. What is in these players for the next 30 minutes, 15 minutes each way of extra time, remember. Egypt, more used to this than Senegal. It is the 5th time in a row for them that they have gone to extra time. The AFCON final was the first time Egypt had all 4 of their knockout games go the distance in extra time. Well, 3 of them went to penalties. Of course, they had Morocco in the quarterfinals, which they managed to score in extra time to win it. It's going to take you, Phil, 1 goal to see whichever one of them through. If Egypt score it, they got the away goal. It means Senegal have 2. If Senegal would have scored, it means they'd go with a smile and then a high five to each other, as the Nigeria and Ghana is still 1-1. 5 minutes added on. Nigeria, the Super Eagles, will not be as it stands heading to the World Cup finals in Qatar. It will be Ghana who will be there instead. As Egypt get us underway for the first half of extra time. Red shirts, black shorts, white socks. Senegal, the hosts, white shirts, green shorts, green socks. On the edge of his own area is Ashraf. Cleared. Dunga with the little header towards the right with Ashore. Now it is with Yasser Ibrahim. Ball forward, away by Ciss. Now it is with Ismaila Sarr, who could have won it in normal time and that chance gone in, but it wasn't to be. Will he get one in extra time that he will take? Over on the left-hand side with Sadio Mane. Great defending, though, by Imam Ashore. 2 Liverpool players, of course, so important for their countries. Not really been able to strike gold in this game. Bounced off a red shirt, and there was Ismaila Salah, Mane, and of course as well Bamba Dieng, and it was a vital bit of the. It will be a free kick which goes Senegal's way. We've played nearly 2 minutes of extra time. Still no goals. Koulibaly. Gay. Cisse. And with his left foot has skied one over Saliou Ciss's head, and that for an Egyptian throw-in. The changes then, none in the first period of extra time. So the teams are like this: Mendy in goal, Sabali, Koulibaly, Cisse at the back. The midfield is Pap Gay, Sheku Kouyaté, and Idrissa Gay, with then the three up front of Sadio Mane, Ismaila Sarr, and Bamba Dieng. Egypt, Al Shinawi in goal, Ashur, Ashraf, Ibrahim, Hamdi, Fatou, El Soulia, Dunga, and then it is Zizou, Mustafa Mohamed, and Salah, the three up.